Good afternoon. My name is Joseph Attaway, and I'd like to welcome you to a section I'm going to call Quid, or Why Laugh? It's from a Latin quote saying, "Why laugh? If the names were changed, the story could be told of you." And it's something that I keep in mind when I try to relate to other people, as well as when I share my own experiences. Would you like to see a magic trick? Me too. I don't know any though. So, instead, I'm going to show you things that are important to me, things that have value in my life, and that say something about me as a person. Things like my camera, one of several, as you obviously have noticed. This is actually a film camera. I've had it since I was fairly young. I've been shooting photos for several years now. I'm getting better. But what I like about photography is if you're someone like me who's not necessarily good with words and speaking, then you can just take a picture and show people what you see and how you see it. I can show the world what I see through my eyes and what I've experienced and been through. Things that I find beautiful or terrible or just interesting in general. So, cameras. Now, one of the things I like to photograph is insects. Yes, I know, I'm crazy. But most insects can't harm you. And they're also incredibly successful as a group. There are more insect species than any other species on the planet. Animals, plants, doesn't matter. Insects have them beat. And the thing about insects is, why they're so successful is that they can adapt to almost any environment. They have many body shapes, sizes, colors. Offensive and defensive strategies are incredible. If we've come up with it, chances are the insects have too. I'm not saying they have fighter jets, but, well, watch a dragonfly. They're pretty awesome. So, insects, important. Edged implements. Yes, I know. This one is actually a prop from a production of Macbeth. Yes, Shakespeare. "O death, where is thy sting?" Not here. The thing about edged implements, swords, knives, axes, everything, is that we've been making edged implements in the form of knives, axes, scrapers for a better part of 1,000,000 years now. They are the oldest continuously produced tool in existence. That's amazing. Knives have the ability to get you out of a bad situation, and yes, into one. But I carry at least one every day. They're always useful for something. Preparing food in the kitchen, opening a box, defending yourself, making a 4-point snare. So, edged implements, swords, knives, also awesome. And sometimes I go beyond those, the things that edged implements are used in. For example, war. This is a helmet that my grandfather actually brought back from World War II. He served in the Pacific on a carrier. My other grandfather served in Solomon Islands, Peleliu, Guadalcanal. Not exactly pleasant places. And what I study, what I like, what I'm interested in, is war itself. Why do we fight? Why do we feel the need to kill each other? What is war? War is the best and worst of man, all rolled into one. You have atrocities, but you also have strangers sacrificing themselves for each other. That's interesting to me. One of the ways I study war, you're going to hate me for this, some people, is through video games. Yes, Master Chief from the Halo series. But the thing about video games is you can experience things that are simply unexperienceable in other situations. I'm not actually going to go out and join up with the military and shoot people. I'm not actually going to go experience alien worlds and fight aliens and save the world. I know that. But I can do all that through video games. I can relive my dreams of being a samurai in feudal Japan, carrying around a katana, defending honor, following the code of Bushido. I can't do that in real life. Not yet. We don't have time travel. But maybe one day. One day. But in video games, that's not just a possibility. That's an actuality. That is a reality. It's something I can actually do. So, video games. Something I like. Something that says something about me. And one other thing. Books. I love to read. My parents didn't allow us to have a TV in the house until I was 16. So I read constantly. And one of the things I love to read from then and now, comic books. They're just so interesting because you get that meld of pictures that I was talking about and words. You can see people's ideas being put down on the page. You can follow it with your eyes and with your mind. And it's so much more than people give them credit for. I mean, Watchmen, one of Time magazine's 100 best novels. It's a novel. Why is it called a novel? Well, because there's so much compacted in here. So many ideas, so many storylines and plots and subplots that calling it a comic book almost seems offensive. Still, it does say something about people when they won't try something new or acknowledge the value of something that they don't necessarily agree with. So, war, comic books, insects, cameras, edged implements, books in general, video games. These things interest me. These things say something about me and who I am. Hopefully you'll say something about what you think about who I am in the text, in the comments. Please be nice. It's very, very tiring to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this section of Quid Ridis.